there, it's Tamara here, Digital Marketing Strategist, and today I'd like to share with you my quick review and tutorial of PopupAlly plugin. So this is a PopupAlly Pro version that you need to buy as opposed to the free version you can just download through the WordPress directory. But as I said in my blog post, you can even get started with the free version, see how you get on, test different features, and then I'm sure you'll love it just as much as I do. And then you can just go ahead and buy the pro version. So if you want to install the plugin on your website, you'll do it through the usual way. If you go into plugins, add new, and then either you can search for it in the WordPress directory, or you can upload the Pro plugin directly to your website and then activate. So once you've activated it, you'll have this new area appear here in the sidebar. And then when you go here into settings, you will need to enter your license key, which will be sent after purchasing, an email address which will activate the plugin, and then you can get started. So on my website at the moment, I've got, as you can see, 5 different plugin setup. So number one is the blog opt-in pop-up. So this is the only pop-up I have, and this pop-up appears when someone reads about halfway through the blog post, and then the pop-up then tells them, actually 70%, reminds them that they can actually sign up for my list, and then they will get similar articles that they've enjoyed sent directly to them. So as you can see, the scroll pop-up, and it shows after scrolling 70% of the page. So if someone just entered the website, they're not going to see the pop-up at all. Priority basically means that if you have different pop-ups on the setup for the same page, then the most priority pop-up will show before the other ones. It's not a click-based pop-up. And then you've got this fade in speed, so it doesn't just appear but kind of fades in slowly into the page. And then a good thing about PopupAlly as well, that you can decide which pages and posts you want each of your forms to show on. So in this case, I want to have this pop-up appear on all posts. I don't want it on any of the pages or any of the category pages on the main blog page. I just want it on actual individual blog posts. And I don't want to show it on mobile devices. You can show it on mobile devices, but you'll need to test to ensure that the layout of your pop-up works well and it's not looking ugly. So what you could do is you could set up 2 different pop-up versions. One you can design for a desktop computer, so it can be bigger pop-up, have bigger images, maybe a background image, and then the other pop-up you can just show on your mobile devices, so then you can configure it and design it so it actually looks well on a narrow screen on the mobile device. And then if someone closes the pop-up without actually signing up, then for 2 weeks I don't want to show them the pop-up, which basically next blog post, if they go to read on my website, if they sign up through other means, then they won't see the pop-up at all. And then here you can set up your subscriber field. I don't necessarily do it, but you can add it here, and then the pop-up won't be showing to your existing subscribers through, for example, I'm with Infusionsoft, so I could set up Infusionsoft key not to show. My second one is the homepage splash area. So on the homepage you've got much bigger sign up area, and it's just shown on the homepage. So what I'm doing there is I'm using the shortcode, and then I can paste the shortcode into the page code for the homepage. It works within the actual WordPress editor, where you can set up all your normal headers and styles and put pictures in, and then you can just put the shortcode in, and this will add the pop-up. So again, as you can see, it's very easy to use it. And then I'm saying I don't want to show it anywhere else except where I'm using the shortcode. Then the next one, I've got bottom of blog post. So if someone read all the way down to the blog post and the pop-up didn't show because they were on a mobile device or because they've closed it, then at the bottom they'll have a static opt-in area as well. And then this is embedded sign up type, and it's end of post page content, and I want to use it on all the posts, but I don't want to use it on the pages, so this is a similar setup to pop-up. Then I've got the widget on the sidebar. So this is shown as PopupAlly Pro widget. So basically you just go to your appearance and widgets, and then you drag the special PopupAlly Pro widget onto your sidebar, position where you want it, and in the widget settings you say which form you want to use, and that's it. If you have multiple sidebar widget forms, then you can decide which one you want to have. And again, this will be shown then on all sidebars where you've specified it to be shown, and also on the pages and posts that you've specified it to be shown. So you can kind of have two ways to control it. And then finally, I've got the banner cross, which goes at the top of my website. And again, this is shown on top of all the pages. So someone just lands on my website, they can see this thin sidebar or sign up area at the top, and again it gives them another opportunity to actually join my list. So if you want to add additional pop-ups, then you can just click here, say add one more. So the plugin now loaded pop-up 6, and then you can configure it here. And for example, what you can do is you can have a click-based pop-up, and then what you can then set up is you have, for example, your post, and then there's a link in the post, and if someone clicks this link, instead of going off to another page to sign up, it will just open the pop-up and they'll be able to enter their details and join your list this way. Some other software sometimes offer it, and they call it lead boxes. But with this plugin, you don't necessarily even have to have lead boxes. And again, you can decide if you want to show it just on all pages and posts where you've got this link, or if you want to just use it on specific page and post only. So once you've decided how your pop-up will appear and how it will be triggered, or if it's just a sign-up form again where it will appear and how it will get shown, then next you need to go into style settings. And then here we've got ways to easily customize our pop-up. So let's look at the pop-up first. As you can see, all you need to do to integrate your email marketing software is create a form within your email marketing software. So mine is Infusionsoft form. You can create similar form code for MailChimp. When you do embedded forms, then it will give you this form code as well. A Weber, you can get this form code as well, get response, and pretty much any email marketing software, as long as you can get the form code in this format, so HTML code, all you need to do is then copy paste into settings, and that's it, you've integrated. And then you just need to select here that your name field is this one and email is this label, and that's it. Also, you can say that they're required fields if you want. And then we've got different templates here that you can get started with, and then you can customize it to look just how you want. So you can decide whether you want the pop-up to appear in the center or somewhere else on the screen, what kind of background colors or background images you want to use, the size of your pop-up. So this picture, get the most, is the image you can add. You can have 2 images. Then you can enter your headline text. And then as you can see, you can set up where it's positioned using these offset options, the size of the area where the headline will appear, color, fonts, and then we've got advanced customization options, which you can customize here the font size, line height, and text alignment. Then you've got box 1 with also HTML if you want to use additional styling HTML options. So this is the just enter area there. Again, you can set up where it appears and how it looks. So you've got text 2 box, And then you can completely customize how name and email field look like. So and if you don't want to use, for example, name field, you can just hide it and only use the email field. So once you've customized those, then finally you've got your subscribe button. So again, you can put the text as you like, where it's positioned, color, padding. If you want it rounded, or just, mine is just a little rounded on the corner, but if you want it more rounded, you just need to increase this border radius number even further. And then additional options, you might not need them. As you can see, there are very helpful hints everywhere what they mean. Plus, with the Pro version, you've got access to additional tutorials and support, email support. So if you get stuck with something, you can just email support at PopupAlly, and then they'll be able to help you as well. So that's the pop-up. Similar setup is available for all the other sign-up forms. So this one is my homepage splash area. As you can see, it's quite a big setup because obviously it takes up a lot of space on the homepage. And then if we go to the sixth one, which is our demo pop-up, then I can show you different templates it's got. So this is number one, called Tried and True. And again, you can completely customize how you want it to look. So this Express Yourself could be a good option to set up the across the screen sign up area. So either you can put it at the top of the screen or just below the header, between header and your main website content. Similar to this one for width. Simple choice is good for a pop-up. So when subscribers come to your site, then you show them this opt-in, and if they click yes in answer to your question, then they get presented with an actual form, and then they sign up. And then if they say no thanks, then the pop-up will just close. So edge to edge can be used below blog posts or pages. Limitless can be used for either below posts or as a pop-up. This is a good design again for either under blog posts or under blog pages, and then you can put your own picture there, either looking at this offer that you're promoting or pointing at the offer with your body language, and then again this will help you get more opt-ins. If you're actually promoting some sort of freebie like free ebook, free e-course, free download, then you can put the picture of this offer as a 3D image on the form, and then it makes your opt-in area more tangible and will again help you get more opt-ins. Finally, if you have a video that talks about your opt-in offer, then you can embed video code, and then when pop-up appears, then your video will play and you'll introduce your site, your business, yourself, and why someone needs to join your list and what kind of benefits they'll get. You can also have an image-based pop-up. And this is sort of a quiz type pop-up. So you can present the question with either 3 possible answers. And then if someone clicks on those, then you'll take them to the next page. And for example, on this next page, you can actually do your quiz. Quizzes are becoming quite popular at the moment because they're a lot more interactive than just an opt-in offer. And if someone actually goes through your quiz, they are very, very likely to actually then sign up for your newsletter or email list, because they'll be dying to know what the result is and what it means, and it will be kind of a next logical step for them to then enter their name and email in order to get their full result. So if you do have a quiz on your website that's targeted to your business, not just obviously any kind of quiz like you get on Facebook, then this type of pop-up template could be a very good way for you to use it. So as you can see, there are some templates to help you get started, and then with all the customization options, you can set them up even further, customize them, brand them with your fonts and styles and anything else how you want it to look. And then when you're done, all you need to do is just save your changes, and that's it. Other helpful features you might find is this copy pop-ups. So if you set up a pop-up and you want to create a very similar pop-up but use it somewhere else on your site, then you can just copy one of them and then change a few things on it, and then you'll have another pop-up done, so you don't need to recreate the whole setup and design every time. And in advanced settings, you can also select if you don't want to use inline JavaScript CSS. If you have some sort of conflict between this plugin and the theme. Personally, I've never had any problems, but just in case there is an option. And also, if you're migrating your setup to another website, for example, then you can export your pop-ups and then you can import them on the new website. This is also can work as a copy feature, so you can export the pop-up and then you can import it, and this will copy your pop-up. And then quickly, just to show you with the widget. So I've got my blog sidebar, and then I've got this widget here, PopupAlly Pro Embedded Sign Up. So you drag this here, you put the pop-up number, because each of them has this unique ID number based on how you set them up. So mine is number 4. Put number 4, save, and they're done. Just that easy. So you don't need to worry about code. If you have MailChimp, which hasn't got a functionality to actually design embedded sign-up forms for your website, this is a very easy way for you to create embedded sign-up forms, embedded pop-ups that are branded and designed for your website without knowing how to code. If you use a Weber or GetResponse, then they do have their own functionality to design forms, but their designs might not be quite suitable for your website and your brand. So again, it might be just easier to use PopupAlly. And then obviously PopupAlly works with Infusionsoft, works very well. I've never had any issues myself. You can use it with OnReport, ActiveCampaign, My Shopping Cart, and pretty much any email software, as long as you can get the code for the form, and then you can integrate it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment below, and I'll be very happy to help you. And if you like this plugin and what it looks like, then please do run a test and then let me know how you get on. Hopefully this was helpful. Speak to you soon. Bye.